probably got a little bit more of a glare with me. First off, I want to thank Glenn and 306 for hosting the event again. Always, we got a great partnership with those guys, and thanks to Jeff and his staff for putting this on, for the media that's here, and and I just see Greg sitting here on the front, and I was talking to you about this the other day. It's kind of tough in here today, not seeing Jeff McIntyre in here today, so I know we're all thinking about him as well. It's hard to believe we're 6 practices in. This morning was our 6th practice, and we're moving fast. Things are happening fast. We reported last Tuesday, started practice on Wednesday, and it's been going really well. I'm very pleased with the team. Now, I can't sit up here and tell you that how many we're going to win and who's going to start and play all these positions. We're still trying to develop this team. Each year, the team takes on a different identity. And we really love this team. I was telling Mr. Vardaman this, I think this morning. Days have been so long, but we go into meetings. It's fun to go into meetings with them, team meetings, when speakers come, go out to the practice field. And, well, it should be that way every year. No, it's not always the case. Some years are just different, got a different feel. And we got a really good group of guys. This group I brought today, I know representing defense, they were sitting over here. I think they got up. Defensively was Will Evans and KJ Smith. Offensively is Christian Lopez and Jacoby Bird right here from Florence. Good group, good leaders. That's a mix of older and younger guys. I don't have a lot of seniors. We got 15 seniors, I believe, on the team, which in the game of football with 110 people on the roster, that's not a lot. I would say that, easily 4 or 5 of those guys have not been in the rotation over the last couple of years. So we're a young team on paper. Got a lot of guys back that's played, so there's a mixture in the experience side of things. I'll break down each side of the ball real quick. Defensively, we've recruited a lot of defensive linemen. We've got almost a whole new group up there. I believe it's 1 senior in Brady Owensby. So that's probably the group we're the most excited about. Coach Upshaw, he does a really good job with that group. It's a new group, so we're just trying to fill our way through who's going to be in those 4 to 8 spots when it comes time to play. Linebackers, got a lot of guys back that, between Jalen Dredd, Christian Taylor, Will Evans, and I'm probably going to leave somebody out, but kind of a veteran group there. Not the deepest group, but a group that we can count on. Then the secondary has probably got the most, when you go out to practice, a lot of bodies out there, a lot of guys. And so, but it's probably the least experienced group. KJ's one of the veterans coming back. Pretty much in every other spot, we're trying to figure out who's going to fill those roles, but we're excited about that side of the ball. Offensively, quarterback, obviously Christian Lopez, it's his job to lose. He knows that going into camp and going into the first game, but he's getting pushed with the guys behind him. We're trying to figure out who the backup's going to be between Duncan Hodges, Blake Deaver, and Rhett Files. I went blank there for a minute. So it's a good battle between quarterbacks. Running backs, we're 5 or 6 deep there. This morning at practice, our running backs ran the ball really hard. They ran over some players. They're very strong. They're all very similar. So that's a good battle there. And then obviously the wide receivers, probably the most talented group with Dexter Boykin, Jacoby, Andre Little, and some of the names to speak of. Excited to see how that develops. And then offensive line, always a challenge is the offensive line. That's the hardest position to recruit and to develop, but we feel like we brought in some really good players, and so we're excited. We haven't played a game. We're good on paper. So be it. We're good on paper. They don't win you games, and so we open up on a Thursday night against Western Illinois, and hopefully between now and then we put something together that we can get out there and compete and try to be 1-0 after the first ball game of the year, and so. It's just too early. You're more than welcome to come out to camp. Camp is open to anybody. We practice this week pretty much every morning. We'll start at 10 o'clock in the morning. We'll go out Friday afternoon. We scrimmage for the first time Saturday over at Brawley. Just excited, guys. I know I don't seem like a little bit. I'm a little dragging a little bit from practice and meetings, but we're fired up. Can't wait to get going. Excited about this schedule. 11 games. We've got 5 at home, 6 on the road. I told Jeff I'd be surprised if this schedule is not the #1 strength of schedule in FCS this year when it finally comes out, if they ever come out with that. We play some really good opponents. Western Illinois beat Montana, who made the playoffs last year. Montana, we go after them. Montana's trying to rebuild things back to their days of when they used to win all the time. They were on the scale of North Dakota State. Obviously, Jacksonville State, they've been picked to win the OVC. They've been making deep runs. Kennesaw State's been making deep runs. Monmouth went 8 wins this past season, so 4 of our 5 are on the road. But, this is the time to do it. It's a challenge. We need to kind of develop. This is how you develop this program and team. You go recruit young guys. You play really good opponents. You take notes, and you learn from all this during the transition. And hopefully at the end of this, at the end of the rainbow, we've done everything the right way to put us in position to be successful. So I appreciate everybody in attendance, and Roar Lions. Thank you.